Okay, hello. It's me, your host. I'm Chase Ross, and I am feeding back. Sorry. Good thing nobody's watching, am I right? Okay. Hello. We're here to witness a wonderful fight to the death between two chess players. If you hear that in the background, that's my cat playing. I'll be right back. Well, all right. Now that that's taken care of, all one of you can focus. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure everything's working. Not yet. Okay. Outstanding. Wonderful. Allegedly, the match will begin very shortly. But it could be anybody's game here. I mean, it could be an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. Hey. Either way, I'm here. And we're back down to 0 viewers. Woo! Okay. So just consider this a recording, not a stream. Good deal? Good deal. Okay. Well. I guess I'm just going to put it back on the waiting screen then. See you soon. Okay, folks, we have a game. Yes, indeed we do. We have Brian with white, Timothy with black, e4, c6, the Caro-Kann, knight f3, d5, e5, bishop f5, d4. Looking good so far. We have our Caro-Kann. Okay, let me just catch up here. We have an interesting move order you don't usually see, but, well, at least I don't usually see, where instead of exchanging, it just pushes e5, but e5's alone. There's no d4. But we got there eventually, and here we go again. White offering to exchange. Black gets the bishop out because he wants to play e6. So then there's There's no reason to have a bad bishop if you don't have to. Very interesting move here. I think the move is to just exchange. It's what I would certainly do, but no. Bishop e4, very interesting. Black's generally not concerned about this exchange. It's usually perfectly fine for black to just get rid of that bishop. So now what's the way forward here? Well, I think we can do some fancy stuff here, or if we want, we just ruin the structure immediately and take. And after the pawn takes, we move our knight, and then we're going to regain this pawn. Excuse me. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, let's see here. Sorry about that. There we go. Wonderful. Okay. So again, this move is very strange for black here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I think we got the move order wrong here because now the G pawn falls, and it looks dire. What on earth is happening? That can't be right. White castled? I don't think that's right. Quite an illegal move in my, well, not my opinion, by the laws of nature, illegal. Okay, and we're fixing it now. So rook to G1. Okay, solid. All right, that was pretty funny. These things happen, I guess. So, a very dynamic game so far. Bishop goes back. Not really taking our time here. This is a classical time control, but okay. It's okay. These things happen. So the bishop takes, and now the pawn takes, and I think we'll see knight takes. But there is this interesting move e6 that punishes black for not playing e6. Excuse me. I'm aware that's probably loud in the background. Okay, and white misses e6. The reason that works is because of this. Very devastating. But we don't have that. We have knight takes e4. And already we have an incredibly imbalanced Caro-Kann. All right, black finally gets e6 in. And how to continue here? How to continue? Okay, knight c3. White is answering my questions just by playing, which is great. c3 certainly possible. Knight c3, fine, perfectly fine. At some point, maybe white will castle queenside. That would be lovely. We shall see. This will actually be a long-term advantage for white. Of course, material even. Open file, very pretty. Perhaps in an endgame, this would be not as advantageous. But you know what? We're okay. We're okay here. Everything is okay. Who said it wasn't okay? Everything is okay. Stop. Stop worrying. You. Yes. Okay, good. All right. Glad I could talk you down there. So where does black go from here? Well, we would love to get our standard Caro advanced setup. However, that's not going to happen. Players are playing quick. I cannot stress that enough. So this G pawn was just undefended after the bishop moves, which is fine, but it was free. So generally, we take free stuff. We're not concerned about this capture because we recapture with the knight, preserving our lovely pawn structure. However, this is more of a blitz match in attitude, I think. So, as I was saying, black would love to get his normal advanced Caro-Kann setup. However, it's not going to be possible with some of these imbalances. A move like G6 could do quite a lot for black's position. Just sort of saving a pawn, for instance. That would be really nice. Okay. Queen H4. Targeting the pawn. Important to notice we can still take this pawn. And after black takes, well, I mean, this is a pretty bad threat. But do the players see it? So again, oh my goodness. Look at him go. Well, maybe he's doing it out of order, but I understand. This does give black the opportunity to play f5 to sort of spoil this attack. We shall see. Now what happens if black just takes? Castle's queenside looks pretty nasty with rooks coming to every which way, every which file to trap that queen. So we'll see if black falls into that. We shall see. Green tea, very good. So the question black has to consider, what is the threat? This is still hanging, but what if we save it now? Well, now we just get castle's queenside, and we're going to have some issues with rooks coming in, attacking this queen. Look at all the control over all these squares. Queen's getting a little, it's getting hot in here, right? So let's see what happens. Black finally taking some time, which fills me with joy. Taking your time is good. But what else? As previously stated, f5 stops this this idea for now and actually lets us develop. But not an easy move to play, to find. Maybe he's considering castle and queenside right now, but I think that would be a big error, and I want you to look at the board and tell me why that is. Castle and queenside at this point would reveal a game-winning tactic, not game-winning, material-winning tactic that would be very decisive. We'll say decisive. So hopefully Timothy is considering the ramifications of his long castle. Very good to calculate before we move. Let me just text somebody here. Good God, tell them to slow down. That's what I said. All right, G6. G6. So what does this allow? Well, we can play moves like Rook G3 with very... oh, here we go. So castle's queenside, Rook G3, same ideas to make this queen rather uncomfortable. Rather uncomfortable. Queenside castle from white. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good from white. What to do as black, though? Well. Sorry, I just realized this looks bad. Okay, the queen goes back, hiding from any sort of horrible, terrible, devastating, murderous attacks. Very good. Very good indeed. It's very nice to have a queen that's alive in your game. However, in saving the queen, which is it's a noble idea to save the queen. Don't get me wrong. Let's get that straight, okay? Having a queen on the board is good, but we have to look at all the other pieces too. So the astute among you may notice this bishop is sort of running out of space. We can't go back here. All these are done. We would have loved to come back here, but look, there's a queen there now. And again, let me just say, saving the queen, solid. However, now our bishop is sort of in an uncomfortable position. Okay, so he sees the bishop, but he doesn't really see the idea here. So if we actually play a3, and if this just keeps going back, first we kick the bishop. We can play moves like knight d6, making this very uncomfortable. We can play moves like bishop g5, making this game complicated, to say the least. Pressure everywhere. This king is having trouble, but let's go back. Let's go back. Knight a4. It just allows the bishops to trade. And then there's no more pressure, right? So instead, after a3, oh, well, we'll ignore that idea for now, but knight b6. Okay. Lots of pieces staring at each other, right? There's potential for a lot of tactics here. So we have to find the right way to proceed. Otherwise, we're going to have a bad time. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a bad time. So how do we proceed? How do we proceed? Well, if we take here, we can take with check. Black takes with check. Got to respond to this. Rook takes, and after a takes, now this is kind of nasty, yeah? We play a move like king b1 to defend that, but now this is a long-term positive for black. Let's go back. So, what we do, we take the bishop on b4. Queen takes, okay? Now we throw this move in. Boom! Throwing this guy off guard, right? And this is devastating for a couple reasons. And I'll let you think about that for a minute. Just look at that board for a second. Look at the board. Consider exactly what the threat is, because positionally the king's got to move, but what's the actual threat? Okay, no time. That was it, but let's go back. Instead of doing that, we don't see any of it. We see knight to c5, which kind of, I get it, but it dissipates some of the tension. Still, we should take on d2 with check. Here. And rook d8. But why rook d8? Well, we have to meet this with actually sacking the rook. The reason we have to do that is if we don't, it's going to be a bad time. It's going to be a bad time. then everything falls and nobody is very happy. But why isn't this compelling? Well, look. Forks everywhere. It's like a cutlery factory. Can't do anything. Can't take you anywhere. Redonkulous tactics aplenty. Gives me a headache just looking at it. So let's go back. The problem with this position, white has tremendous outposts for the knights. Maybe not here as much, but here, tremendous outpost. Okay, getting rid of a knight. Got to take with the pawn, man. I know it's weird, but we're gonna open this up. We're gonna let this guy come into the game. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That's okay. That's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. These things happen. Of course, when you're presented with options, you should sit and think about it instead of snap, taking everything. But I get it. See, now this is not going to happen. Still a devastating position, even with even material. It's devastating. But it could have been more devastating. So these things happen a lot. It's all good, man. I've been there. I've been there. Anyways, where will black go from here? Black taking much more time because black is under a tremendous amount of pressure. So, what to do? Well, I think we have our answer. Knight to c4. Pretty good move. Pretty good move. Why, though? Well, the knight did nothing on b6, first and foremost. Now we're attacking the bishop. And so far as even games go, I like to get rid of that bishop to prepare for the end game. Not to mention, oh boy, these dark squares are rather weak. We can't develop because of this bishop. So maybe save the bishop. Maybe not. No, not there. That's not a good idea. Because then there's tactics. Maybe here, just pressuring the queen. Definitely wouldn't do this. Oh, okay. Again, tactics. A5. Bishop's got to go back, or, well, here. And at that point, pawn storm's coming. What else is there to say? I mean, whoever can get their pawns down the board first to attack the other's king, well, they're going to do really well. Important to note, black's lack of development. Quite problematic. Quite problematic indeed. It's like this piece isn't even in the game. Same with this guy, right? Of course, now, with the bishop off the diagonal, we could maneuver that knight. Sort of get all of our pieces in the game. Hey, sounds good to me, man. Now the real question, good people. I say good people, there's nobody listening, but the real question is, what am I going to get from... Oh, he kicks the knight first. Well, that just loses. It just loses because now c6 is hanging, and after brutal queen capture with check, yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. After queen takes, king's got to run, and this is just game over. In my most humble of opinions. Let's see Let's see if he finds it. You got to see this. You got to see it. You got to see it. I don't know what else to say. Okay, he doesn't see it. That's okay. He sees this, which is good vision on the discoveries, but forcing moves. Yeah. Okay. What now? Save the queen. Queen b7. Where's that guy going? He's got it. What do you know? Well, now this guy's gonna... Well, he's gone. It's gone. So we have to counterattack somehow. Perhaps the knight. This is just... You attack me, I attack you. So I'm going to attack you more. Well, then I'll attack you. Back and forth. Tactics galore. Of course, also missed tactics, but hey, that's how tournament games go. These things happen. So in order for white to stay in it, we have to pressure this knight somehow. Maybe b3. But will he see that? That's the question. Will he see it? Nowhere for that knight to go. Nowhere at all. So, gotta go on the offensive. This place has chicken, right? And it's good chicken. But they say it's spicy, and it's not remotely close to spicy. Like it's just not. It just makes me wonder, like, what is their image of spicy? Because my image of spicy, oh, he finds it. Solid. My image of spicy is much different from this Hawaiian Grill's vision, right? I like to taste the spice. I don't like to be told it's spicy. Because you can tell me quite a bit, but if it's not spicy, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that was a diatribe, but nobody's listening, so it's okay. It's okay. A-okay is what I say. All right. I've got chicken on the way, which makes me happy. Remarkably so. Wonderful, wonderful. 3 viewers. Incredible. Well, they haven't made themselves known. So, great. Wonderful. Okay. Queen takes. And, well, unfortunately, for black, that is, this is quite possible again. And he sees it this time, probably due to the gasps and gawks of the audience when he missed it last time, but that's okay. That's what it's like playing with a live audience. And obviously, this is a simple mate in 10. At some point, we had to open this file up. But you'll notice, boom, boom, he's got to move to d8, and that's just devastating, my friend. That is devastating. It's my least favorite kind of potato, a devastator, right? Devastator. Thank you. Thank you. I know what you're thinking. We need Matthew back. to balance you out. I agree. Move like d5 comes to mind. Opening everything. We don't even have to take this. In fact, don't even bother, because then after the queen takes, this is pressured. Don't even... No, just ignore the knight. You don't even need the knight, man. Just push. Go. Go. Say what? What just happened? Oh, he took the rook. I'm sorry. Okay. Rook takes. The simple mate in 10 is gone, but this is still this is still very good. Now we take the knight since there's no more pin. Let's just take everything. Just steal all the pieces. Just gobble gobble everything. That's what I say. This is what I think. Okay. What on earth did I miss? So he didn't go to D. He didn't go to C7. He went to D7. Weird. Well, never mind. Now there is a pin. See, it's weird. The DGT board kind of did a back pedal on me, but that's a-okay. Perfectly fine. Okay. So now we're waiting for D5. Since it's such a solid move, never mind. That's okay. Queen probably shouldn't take this because now we have D5. It's just my 2 cents. You know, it really is unfortunate. This knight just can't move. It's making me sad, you know what I'm saying? However, it is not over till it's over, which was made abundantly clear by nearly every match we've commented on, spectated, whatever you'd like to say. It is not over till it's over. There are always things to be done to confuse, baffle, misdirect, bamboozle, etc. So you have to always keep that in mind. So how do I bamboozle my opponent? How do I do it? Well, right now Black is thinking that, and he's coming up empty because there are basically no moves that you can make whatsoever, because you're down quite a bit of material. Your king is in a terrible spot. There's a pin on the D file. You can't move your knight. It's not looking good. I'll put it lightly. It's not looking good. The look is not good. Okay, well, that's certainly an option. We can throw some checks in there. That's fine. Stockfish, simple mate in 17 here, starting with queen b7 check. I'm sure that he's going to see those 17 moves in succession. We shall see. So what do you do as white here? Well, you give a check. That's it. That's the only thing. You give a check. And this king has really no good squares at all. For instance, a move like king e8 seems reasonable, but it fails due to mate in 1. So, if not e8, you got to go to d8. Well, now we can just pile on all the checks and get this guy running around, right? Look at all the control we have here. Okay, queen b7 is played. Excuse me. Let's see where this king goes. Where did my... Speaking of kings, where did my cat go? Where will he go? Will he opt for the fast track to game 2? or game 4, I suppose, or will he survive? We shall see. We shall see. Okay, he chooses life. Excellent choice, young man. I approve. You made an excellent decision by not falling into mate in 1. I know that sounds rude, but I've fallen into mate in 1 before. It happens. There's nothing all that terrible about it. It's okay. You lose the game, but you know what? These things happen. We live to fight another day. We're gonna put our bishop on d6. We're gonna get checkmate, and or we're gonna give a check. After king d7, we're gonna do the same thing, and then we're gonna put our bishop on d6. Then we're gonna get a checkmate. That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm sticking to it. And what do you know? I predicted it. There's no danger here, folks. There's no danger. You might say, well, black has a passed pawn. Relax. There's no danger. So, okay, this works too. Queen d6 check. Where does the king go? To e8 or to c8? Where will he go? I wonder. Yes, I wonder. Tick-tock, any day. We have to mobilize the rest of our pieces. Okay, c8. Very good. I wonder if we'll see queen f8 to sort of, make things look slightly different. I hear a cat getting into the cupboard. That's wonderful. How to continue? Well, queen c6, bishop d6, and we're going to just slowly take all those squares away from the king. And moves like queen a1 check, they do not bother us because we're just gonna hide, and then we're gonna get these rooks involved, and it's gonna be Christmas. Christmas in July, even though we're in January. My cat's getting into something. It's okay. It's not a problem. Not a problem. These things happen. Okay. What's it gonna be, boy? What's it gonna be? Meatloaf. Dearly missed. Musical artist. Okay. D8 or B8? B8 has the misfortune of, well, mate in 1. So, I'm going to go ahead with king to D8. Hear me out here. Mate in 1 is bad. Let's not get mated. That's my first and foremost concern when I play chess, and oftentimes I actually never address that prime directive because I get mated, and then I wonder, why didn't I follow my own advice? Don't get mated. Ridiculous. Okay, I have food outside, so guess what? I'm gonna go get that food, and you're gonna sit there, and I'll be back. Alright, ladies and germs, don't you dare panic. I know you were worried about me starving, but guess what? I got food. And you know what that means. I live another day. Okay. Oh, let's see what we got here. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh my goodness, he found d5. Well, that is just beautiful. The queen gives a check. And now white doesn't care because he's safe. Solid. Hoping for a repetition, praying for a repetition. It ain't gonna happen, folks. You know why? Because he doesn't have to go back to c1. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, they. No. Because we can go somewhere else. We can go to e2. We can go to e1. Right? No repetition. Do not panic. Okay, good. He didn't panic. Now I gotta take my own advice. Not panic. And eat. Hopefully no cats join me on this momentous occasion. Oh, hey, it's a cat. What do you know? What's going on, baby doll? Do you need banishment? Yeah? Oh, I know. Tell me all about it. No, that sounds hard. I'm sorry. Okay. Tell you what. We're going to go in the other room. Come on. I know. Adorable. Okay. Oh, beautiful. So, I don't know if you know, but this place, Hawaiian Bros. Oh, what happened? Oh my goodness gracious. I'm a terrible person, y'all. I'm sorry. How long has this been going on? Oh well. This place, Hawaiian Bros, has this chicken, right? And it is bomb diggity. I'm telling you, man. Okay. Okay. Check. King F1. Good. There's no danger here. Oops. I keep doing it. My fault. Okay. No danger here whatsoever. None. I mean, really, it's difficult to find a move for black to stay in this. Because, you know, you can't move the knight. Well, I guess you could, but you're going to get mated, right? Basically, you're going to get mated. That's kind of what I'm getting at. If you take on d5, this is not good. It's not good at all. Generally speaking, I think objectively speaking, that's not good. Not good for black. So I mean, what do? You eat your vegetables first of all. Second of all, okay, never mind. It's all good. Rook takes. Yeah, that's pretty much lights out. That's pretty much lights out. Queen's going down, right? Okay, let's keep going. Well, why not? Now after the pawn takes, we could even just march the pawn up. Oh, never mind. Okay. Just gonna enjoy my chicken for a minute. Watch the fireworks. All right, the king is trying desperately to survive, which I respect that. As someone who also doesn't want to die, you know, I respect that. Jason's here. We had a full conversation with the cat. Okay, so that's pretty devastating. Okay, let's get the rook involved. Okay, now black has no pieces. Resignation incoming, if you're me. If it's me, that is. There's nothing to do here. These things happen. It's all good. Okay. Rook takes or queen e5, double attacking. We shall see. Look at that. That beautiful or what? Tremendous. Nice. Sweet. This is where I would resign, personally. That's just me, though. Okay. Well, we're going to have a checkmate in a minute. That's one way to do it. We're just controlling all of this, and no matter what, checkmate. Hopefully, he sees the checkmate. No matter what. Of course, might be looking at that. And then, okay, no, he's got it. Okay, mate's on the board. Good game, you two. That was a wild... it was a wild game. I'm looking forward to slowing down and taking a look at it. So, yeah, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got in the second game. I'm very excited to see this. Very excited indeed. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree, Bob. As they say, whoever they happen to be. Okay. Just go ahead and save this as a thingy. Boom, done. All right, solid. Now, let's start another one. Why don't we? New analysis. Why is it like this? Why? Why do I have to do this every time? Let me stand by. Boo doo doo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Even got the theme music going. There we go. Boom, we're ready. Question is, are they ready? Okay. Well, we'll just wait and see, yeah? Okay, let's eat some more of this delectable, delicious chicken. Mmm. The cat hears me in the other room going, ah! Suffer. Here we go. Round 4, board 1. Excellent. Life is too short to not have seasoning. Let's just get that out there right now. Seasoning. Oh, by the way, there's a cat here. See? Yeah. Just like my cat. Okay. TikTok, he says. Oh. No. No light. Let there be dark. I'm going to do two things at once. In review, Hawaiian Bros spicy chicken is good, but it's not that spicy. Just a minute. All right, y'all. I'm late. I'm sorry. Let's see just what we got. E4, D6. Okay, we got a perk. All right. Apologies. Okay. Okay. A perk defense. A-okay. A-okay. This is what we had the other night as well. It was a very, very interesting game. Okay. Knight of 3 and castles. So it's very, very standard, classical approach. Perfectly fine. Similar to a King's Indian, except this pawn is not on c4. That's the main difference. We'll see if white wants to castle kingside or queenside. Okay. c6, possibly preparing this in the future. Queen d7, excuse me, queen d2, preparing exchange the bishops is an idea here. Also, just castling would be fine. This bishop, not so useful where it's at, but that's okay. Very even game. Everyone's developing, which is incredible. So now, will we see the same sort of game we did the other day, e5, following an exchange of everything, or will we have castles queenside, bishop b3, bishop d3? It could be a lot of things, folks. So I know nobody's watching, but place your predictions in the comments, and we'll see what's going on here. Remarkable. Boom. So, if we go through the take fest here, could look like this, right? Knight d5 at the end of that line, or very good. So he plays the move from the other day that we saw. Knight g4, further pressuring the pawn and the bishop. Well, what do you do here? If you exchange, I think you're going to lose your bishop, which is okay. Not the end of the world, but all of a sudden this bishop opens up. Okay, never mind. We don't have an exchange, we have defense. Well, now if we exchange, we're gonna have some interesting fireworks here. Queens see each other, and all the different ways you can recapture are losing this pawn with an attack on the bishop in the end. Very annoying to calculate all that, but you have to see that, especially if you're going to play the perk. Lots of tension resolving early. Okay, well, this is not it. An immediate h3. Okay, you must take your time. You must take your time. Oh, goodness me. You have to understand, this knight had nowhere to go. You save your bishop first, then you attack the knight. Look at the difference, folks. Here, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? Now you can attack the knight if you wish, or, well, of course, if he doesn't play f6, if he plays something else, like with c5. Now you can play h3. But this misses the mark, because now you lose your bishop. And, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, now we're actually fine again. Never mind. Okay. You got to get the bishop out of the way, man. You got to save the bishop. Take your time. Slow down. Slow, 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 slow. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Goodness me. Okay, well, what's done is done. What's done is done. And now, look at this. Devastating. Hopefully white sees it. Yeah. All right. It's mate in a couple breaths. Sweet. Could happen to anybody. Now he's realizing it's okay. These things happen. Of course, we'd like for them to not happen, but they do happen. Brian is realizing the nature of reality, and he's finding out that it's not in his favor, which is heartbreaking. But keep your head up. Keep your head up. Don't let them see you. Don't let them see you down. Right? You got him. Just beat him 40 times in blitz, and you'll feel better. Black is now understanding this is not salvageable, unfortunately. Well, hey, it was a pleasure having you if you were here. If you weren't here, well, it wasn't a pleasure not having you, that's for sure. Well, what can you do? Well, you can prolong knight f6. You can make room here. You could resign. You could play king here. Yeah. It's all ogre, folks. I can only imagine Black is full of existential dread over what has occurred. Like when you lie awake at night and you realize someday you're going to stop breathing. That ever happen to you? That existential dread, knowing one day you're just not going to be here. And every single thing that you went through, the world, you got to leave it behind, man. That's rough. Well, black. Is realizing no matter what, no matter how many injections and machines and antioxidants, no matter how many cranberries black eats, it's going to be checkmate. And that sort of existential chess dread not easy to live with. But fortunately, in our chess games, we get to play again, right? So this is not the end. It's going to be okay. I'm back. All right. Take the knight. Now that's a threat too. Look, they got these spam sushi things. Very good. Very good stuff. Yep. We have mate on the board. In a minute. Best to double check. Okay, good game. Timothy wins 3-1. Excellent game. Just a mistake. These things happen. I will have some sort of breakdown for this. But first, watch this drive. All right. Thanks for joining us. Take care.